So, we've got Soundside up against Cwin for our semi-final matchup. I'm actually really excited about this because I have no idea how Jinx versus Lissandra will actually play out. Like, I've never seen them have to 1v1 before, so I don't know which one's actually got the advantage.
We'll see. Jinx does outrange Lissandra with her rocket form, as long as Lissandra doesn't, bounce the Q off of her minions and get that bonus range. So if he can stand off to the side of the minions, he can get some free harass and abuse the brush for vision.
And I'm thinking when he eventually does need to go in for an all-in, the claw is going to be amazing. Because really, unless he gets hit in the Yordle snap traps, he doesn't have to get closer to Jinx than he wants to, I guess. Like, he has a lot more options with his mobility. I just think it's funny that Soundside banned out Cwin's Vi, Pantheon, and Zed. Basically didn't want to be anywhere near him with a melee champion.
Yeah. That's a little odd, though, because Lissandra actually punishes a lot of melee champions with her snare and her somewhat long-range poke. I mean, it's longer range against melee champions, or at least it feels like that.
Well, and especially if he was planning to play this into Game 1. Unless this was just, a random pickup, yeah, spur of the moment. Like an AP Nasus for cheese.
We won't talk about that.
so good. Well, and then Cwin banned out, Soundside's pocket champions of Malzahar and Kennen, and then he threw the Fizz ban out there, which I'm not even sure Soundside really plays. So it might just be he's more annoyed at having to 1v1 a Fizz.
Yeah, I mean, ADCs generally don't do well against Fizz, just especially when he gets early levels like this. Like, if you start both champions off at level 1, ADCs can kind of deal with Fizz because they get more time to poke and harass. But if Fizz starts at level 3, starts gaining XP passively, it's only a matter of time before they hit 6, and then at that point the ADC has lost their advantage.
Oh, I really want to see them both do like a bruiser melee style next game. I want to see them actually have to duke it out.
We'll see what happens. One thing that Cwin has to be careful about is ulting a Lissandra while her ult is still up, because you can always just ult yourself and dodge the rocket.
Yeah, like, he's definitely going to have to be... I think, knowing Cwin, he's going to try to probably get the kill before level 6, just so that he doesn't have to worry about that outplay potential from Lissandra's ult. But we'll see how it shakes down. It really just depends on those Yordle snap traps. I think the more Soundside gets caught in them, or the more Cwin actually lands those, that's probably going to determine how quickly the game goes.
So Lissandra is pretty much straightforward, like how you're going to play her. You're going to be maxing that Q for poke and try and shove in waves, get some harass every now and then. But Jinx can actually play a couple of different ways in a 1v1. You can max the Q, which is standard for regular Summoner's Rift, and try and get that bonus attack speed and that extra damage on your splash and your extra range on your rockets. Or you could actually max Zap and just poke people, because that thing scales ridiculously and has a lot of base damage.
Zap kills. Oh, it does so much, especially if Soundside didn't build a little bit tanky with his masteries. If he actually just went full deeps, which of course he did. So he's got no armor and no magic resist into this Jinx. So every time that they actually start duking it out, he's going to take a lot of damage. I'm actually surprised that Cwin started with the Guardian's Hammer. I was thinking he might have done BF Sword.
Welcome to the
he might not have liked the BF Sword because you don't get as many potions with it.
Yeah, true.
Plus the boots will help you dodge some of Lissandra's damage if you can predict it and see it coming. You can sidestep the little ice cubes.
I don't know why. I feel like they should duke it out. I really want to see these two go head to head. It's just urge. It needs to
Okay, and it looks like Jinx is actually putting the 2 points into Q, so just kind of standard Jinx, maxing the Q first.
Which is weird. I thought she would have... Well, I guess she'll get level 4 soon enough, so she doesn't have to worry about the Flame Chompers right now. Meanwhile, Lissandra, 1 point to everything, get her versatility, get her claw, get her stun, get her Q. Pretty standard.
Looks like Cwin's trying to shove this into the tower as fast as possible.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let Lissandra get those Qs off on his wave and get it pushed into him. Well, and really, if that's the way Cwin's going to play it, that's going to cause a lot of problems for Soundside, because he won't have the advantage of, you know, having the lane pushing against Cwin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot easier if the Jinx is maxing those rockets first for her to clear down the wave real quickly.
Looks like nope, not going in, just trying to get a little bit of harass. Unfortunately, using that claw so many times early game really...
Yeah, he's already under
pool.
half mana. That might actually be Soundside's biggest problem, because as soon as he runs out of mana, he can't clear Creep Wave, he can't duel.
You do get a free spell cast every now and then with his passive, but it's not enough to clear entire minion waves.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's already down 4 CS. We'll see how much he gets on this wave, but not much damage going back and forth.
Gets the cannon minion.
It's always truly saddening when you miss a cannon minion. It feels like it's so much more of a waste.
Oh yeah, because even though it's really 1 CS, it counts as like 2. Just so much more gold.
And you just feel bad about it. There's that little bit of, ooh. Man, that's gonna start eating into him too, is how quickly the Jinx can actually take these towers down. So he's getting CS pressure, he's already getting out damaged. Cwin's got control over the relics, and he's taking tower damage. Soundside basically losing in every possible way at the same time.
Well, 2 out of 3. The health is pretty similar. Nobody's quite close to dying. But both ults are now available, so another layer of mind games comes into play.
Ooh! That Q actually hit for more than I thought it was going to. Oh, he put 3 into it. Makes sense.
Oh, is he all in? Ignite coming out.
Ooh, the ult!
Zap into a rocket. There it is.
Oh,
That executes Q damage.
I got a little worried for Cwin there when the ult went off from Lissandra. I figured, oh, that's plenty of damage. He's gonna drop.
That was pretty close. That was very, very close. It looks like Cwin takes round 1.
So here we are, semi-final match, game 2 between Cwin and Soundside. Cwin going for the Tristana. Played Jinx last game, going for another long range, pokey, wave clearing, 80 carry. I don't know what Soundside's going to play. I have no idea.
Well, he's got about a minute to decide.
Well, I mean, he has been playing that Lissandra a lot recently in normals and matches that we've been playing with him, so I figured that wasn't a total surprise pick for him. Jax, on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. Please don't. He's not exactly the best Jax. Well, I mean, it'll be good. He'll have the dodge. He'll be able to jump onto Cwin again, but Cwin can jump away because he has Tristana. Oh, I think this one's going to go in Cwin's favor too. I really do.
Well, he definitely has even more turret pressure as a Tristana because you can put your little explosive on the turret. That does a pretty good chunk of damage right there.
Ooh, exhaust ignite. I mean, he's going to need it. He's going to have to try to get kill pressure early, otherwise I think it's going to end up being the same kind of game where Cwin just clears creep wave, does a little bit of poke, keeps his distance till he gets level 6.
one thing he could do as Jax. He doesn't necessarily need the flash. What he could do is actually start 2 points in his, or sorry, not 2 points. Put a point into his E, start that up, auto attack a minion so that they all focus him. Wait, what was I gonna say? I used to do this as Jax all the time. Oh no! You walk up to the enemy, you smack them, pop your dodge. The minions all
waste
attack
all the
you.
minion hits,
Yeah.
so it actually pushes in against them.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it also charges up your dodge damage as well, getting all those hits on you.
Well, I mean, he's definitely going to have to be in Cwin's face. He can't afford to just let him harass down the wave. So, walk in, one tap. When the minions start to hit you, turn on your W. Leap back on to get the stun. Try to burst him out. I wonder what they're going to do for starting items this time. I mean, I think Cwin will probably still go for the the lifesteal hammer. I forget its name. But I don't know if Soundside would. Because he's going to need... I mean, it'd be the right choice because he can sustain himself, but I feel like he needs more damage pressure than he does sustainability. And he needs to be really aggressive.
How much is Warden's Mail?
I think a little too much. I mean, it'd be cool if this was 2v2s, have a double, build Targons on 2 melee champs, and you could do 2v2s that way, but...
Yeah.
I really
Warden's
don't think
Mail's actually only 1,000 gold, so if he wanted to, he could start with that. Slow Tristana's auto attack speed whenever he gets hit. It could help him in a 1v1 because the slower your attack speed, the longer it takes to charge up your explosive.
That would work. I mean, it'd definitely be helpful. Because, yeah, I mean, if he does go BF, then he's pure damage and he doesn't have any sustain, because he probably... Even with tanky masteries, tanky runes, you're still going to be at a disadvantage against a Tristana.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because both of you start level 3. If it was a regular top lane matchup and you were 1v1, the Jax would probably have the advantage, push the Tristana off the wave for the first couple levels. But starting out level 3 makes it a little more difficult.
Well, we'll know more once we actually see this match start.
Oh good, they do have Dragon Trainer Tristana. I was going to be disappointed if we didn't get to see that skin. It's a personal favorite of mine. I don't know why. I just like that she vomits out fireballs.
The dance is also extremely adorable.
It's just all around fantastic skin. And they both went Guardian Hammer.
They did.
Alright, pretty much same build as last game. Guardian Hammer. Ooh.
Oh, the dodge.
I was not expecting a level 1
the
fight. Or level 3.
Welcome
I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that either.
See, that's what I wanted to do with my cheese Nasus. But,
With the cheese Nasus.
I played it poorly.
That is unfortunate. Actually, I don't think it canceled the jump. Yeah, because that doesn't cancel. The jump does not get canceled by CP.
It didn't cancel
just
the jump,
jumped
but
into
he got the
wall, so it was
stun,
short.
and so when he landed from the jump, he was still stunned.
Mm-hmm. I was just curious why the jump was so short. I think he just panicked and pushed it into the wall, so he didn't get the maximum damage.
I think that's what happened too. Is he was. Oh yeah, reading chat. Sorry, I was checking my skills. That's why you don't type. League is dangerous.
That actually can change the whole dynamic of this fight.
It really did. It gave the Jax the pressure that he normally would have at level 1, even though they're at level 3.
Yeah.
Because now the Tristana has to play him a little more back. She's
That's
got
a lot
really
of
worried
damage
about that
to ignite.
harass.
Ooh.
Took 2 tower shots though. I don't know if that was worth it.
It was definitely worth it because right now Tristana cannot afford to come back to CS minions at all. He just has to pop those 3 potions and wait.
I mean, it'll get him an early CS lead. Probably about...
CS and XP. He's being zoned off of these minions.
Ooh, really lucky with those hits. Actually getting those first two, but none of the last ones.
Okay, so now the XP, or not the XP, the HP is equalized a bit. Jack's doing a little bit more harass. It again takes a tower shot.
I mean, I'm really surprised that Cwin's not throwing his explosive onto the Jacks. He keeps throwing it onto minions to try to push the wave out.
Either that or a misclick, because the minions that he's putting him on are really close to Jack's.
Oh, I thought he was about to go try to steal his relic. I was wondering why I was walking so far up.
That's good. That's what the Jack should be
Ooh.
doing. 1v1.
I don't think he wanted that all in.
Gonna win that. Yep.
I
Soundside
think he
takes
forgot
round two.
that Soundside had the exhaust on him.
Yeah, he still had the exhaust, and one thing that was pretty crucial is he dodged the auto attacks that would have powered up the explosive charge, so it did minimum damage.
Man, that was real close game.
That was really good.
Great
That
start.
means we're gonna
from
have a
Soundside.
game 3.
So here we are, game 3, Soundside versus Cwin. I was really happy about that. I'm glad we get to see a game 3. I want to see both of them play a melee champion. I want to see them punch each other in the face. But just like last time, same bands. Nothing's changed there on that front. So I don't know what either player's going to pick. I really
We'll
don't.
see. It might be double ranged. Soundside might just expect Cwin to do a ranged character again. He might pick one himself.
And he
It does
does.
look like Cwin's doing one.
All three 80 carries.
So does Soundside expect the range to pick one for himself? Does he expect the range and pick something to counter the range? Or does he expect
he should
Cwin
definitely-
to think that he's doing the range?
He should definitely expect the range because that's all good lord.
No. And Warwick.
A Warwick into a Caitlyn.
Is this the Mage Wick? If so, this will be hilarious.
If he goes Cheese Wick, I will be truly happy. Because otherwise, he's going to get pooped on by those Caitlyn traps.
Yeah, if he's going like regular AD or on hit Warwick, I don't see how he's going to win. But if he goes Mage Wick, this will be hilarious because you get a really surprising amount of health from his Q.
You
if
get
build
like
AP.
25% of his max HP,
It's
depending on how
kind
much
of
AP
massive.
you have. It is stupid the amount of HP that you get from AP Warwick. I mean, back when they got rid of AP Yi and AP Rengar, they should have got rid of AP Warwick, even though nobody plays it. I love
Mage
cheese
Wick is
builds.
amazing.
That's how I got into the semifinals, was on cheese. So, I would
Really
be happy
hoping.
if he made his way into the finals playing the cheese.
Really hoping Riot releases a skin for Warwick at one point where it's just Warwick with a wizard hat. Exclusively for Mage Warwick.
That would be absolutely fantastic. And they have the stipulation on it where you can only equip the skin if you have AP masteries or AP runes.
Perfect.
Otherwise, you can't play the skin. They should just do that for all champions. Give them like a sword backpack if they're playing an AP character as an AD. If you're playing a typically AD character as AP, give them a mage hat. Everyone gets Vigar hats.
Everybody gets a Vigar hat. You get a Vigar hat. You get a Vigar hat.
That's the next Halloween patch. That's all they do. They put Vigar hats on everyone.
I mean, they've already done stuff like put a Draven face on everybody, so I mean, they have the technology.
They
do
do
it.
have this stupid
have the
Draven heads.
technology.
I hated that so much. So yeah, I mean, I really do think if it's not the AP Warwick, I don't know how he'd play it out because he's
Yeah.
not gonna be able to walk up and auto attack for his lifesteal. He's gonna probably bleed out mana just trying to Q to heal himself. And he's really not going to be able to do damage to Cwin because he's just going to be dropping traps and netting away and headshotting.
And you don't get access to any of the staple on-hit Warwick items. You can't get the jungler item. You can't get the Blade of the Rune King. You can't get Wit's End, any of that. You don't have enough money. You can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be an AP Warwick. Otherwise, he just didn't think the pick through and he went for an old pocket pick.
Or he's thought of something that we have not. Or maybe he's just that confident in his Warwick. I don't know. All I know is that, as far as I know, any Warwick other than Mage Warwick is not going to do well.
Yeah. Or he figured out a glitch in the Matrix. And
that is always a possibility.
he knows if you type in a certain code and buy a certain item by a certain time, somehow that messes up the RAM on the server, and he instantly becomes level 18.
Kind of like how typing "there is no Earth level" gets you
Yes.
into the game
Yes.
while they're doing patches. Used to be the Konami code, and then they changed it.
So let's see how this plays out. We got exact same start from Cwin for the third game in a row.
Come on, Magewick.
Come on, Magewick.
He has 26 AP without items, so this is Magewick.
Good. Oh!
Maybe not?
Is he... So he built AP Masteries and AP Runes, but he's going AD items to make Cwin think he's not Magewick?
Even so, he
Instant
should have
trap?
done the AP. Oh, that's a headshot. But he heals a lot of it back up.
Still, though, he's down a quarter HP.
See, I would have built the AP item anyways, just because you get the mana regen from it, which is really nice. Plus, AP gives you more HP back on every Q. I don't know why he would go the Guardian Hammer.
I don't either, but, maybe he's really a lot better at Warwick than I remember. He was never bad, but definitely not a 1v1 Caitlyn with 80 items. Especially with those new traps. I mean, the headshots and traps, not to mention Cwin's only going to be attacking from that bush. Oh,
Another Q.
He really does, though. He really does need a mage hat. If you play him AP, they should
That's
know.
a lot of damage. This could be the all-in right here.
Oh, snap!
Ignite and a Q would do it. Ignite and a Q would do it.
I don't think he was expecting that much damage.
That's it.
Oh! The cheese
The
wins!
Magewick. The AD Magewick has taken game 3 and will advance.
Man, I was not expecting. I don't think Cwin realized how much those Qs were doing and how much HP
Oh, he didn't
was
pop
getting
his
back.
potion.
Oh, I am so happy that Cheese won. Cheese for the finals, cheese for life.
And this is basically the equivalent of the 6 pool in League of Legends. The Zergling Rush has finally prevailed. Congratulations, Soundside.